Okay.
Okay. Oh, I was about to move that.
Yo, you really were about to mess everything. Oh, look, a little notification that says that we're on.
We're
We're
on.
on. I feel like maybe if I do this. We're on the floor and she's just doing the most, y'all.
You just push me to the side.
Whatever.
I always like to start with a sip of some tea, alright?
Well, we're waiting for some people to get on.
Yep.
So we're good. We're good. We're juicy couture.
Kindness is a gift of life.
I need to drink some water. I know that much. I'm over here dying of thirst. My milk should be... Where's my damn water
You're
at?
thirsty? Oh.
Bitch, I'm thirsty.
Didn't you sip your tea?
Yeah, but tea is not for thirst. You don't drink tea because you're thirsty. You drink tea because, like, you want to relax. You want to slow down. I don't drink tea because I'm thirsty. I drink water.
You want to slow down. It's time to slow down. TeaTime Tuesday. Alright, I'm going to balance it out. I'm going to have water as well.
Okay. See, this is better. I feel like if I just move this... Oh, production like is getting crazy. Oh, we're at 20% on my phone. Yes. Okay. So,
Hi.
what's really Gucci, guys? Oh, is that Shadow?
Yeah, I see shadow.
Give us 1 second.
I was just
We're over here trying to get...
I was playing.
So, Bunny is like super freaking weird. What's he doing?
It's not about the phone.
Ah, damn! Can't see
Leave
me.
the phone there.
What if I did this? Ha! Ha! It
Oh, I
worked.
can't read the comments on your side.
We'll survive, y'all.
Okay.
If you guys really want to make comments and like holler and talk to us, join the Facebook group. Like our Facebook group people have. Yay, Facebook groupers. We love you guys. So welcome to TeaTime Tuesday. It is moi, Lotus La Loba.
And Bunny.
Oh my god, it sounds so pretty when I say La Loba.
That's how
I changed my name, guys. I changed it. Yay, it's changed. And we all both have on like V-neck gray shirts. We're feeling like Steve and Charles from TMZ. You guys, they always have on matching shirts. And we're like, wow, you guys are grown men. I don't understand. But we're doing it today.
Yeah.
So,
Unplanned.
completely unplanned, even though we noticed it earlier.
What do you mean?
We talked about our shirts earlier.
Yeah, but we didn't plan it.
No, but we noticed it. We had time.
To change? For what?
We had time to change. We just chose not to. But mine is the black Superwoman.
And I'm
Wonder Woman. I apologize.
I'm the natural citizen.
La Negra.
Which is interesting.
The girl, the singer.
No,
is
the
based after
natural
her.
citizen. I'm talking about the natural citizen.
Oh, I was like, no.
And you just said La Negra. I was like, no. It's a company that talks about all organic plant-based supplements. Really good. Like protein and energy and greens. Getting into my healthy life.
Word to your mother.
Drinking lots of water. And feeling good about that. That was a journey.
Meanwhile, I'm snacking on Raisin Nuts and popcorn.
Because I can. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
So, let's talk about what kind of tea we're sipping on. So, we love yogi tea, so we stay sipping on yogi tea. But we spice it up a little bit. So, Bunny has the Breathe Deep. And I put some cashew milk in there with coconut oil and some brown sugar. And what's your tea tag say?
Tea tag. Kindness is the gift of life.
Hello.
I was like, am I being kind enough?
I'm not. I'm being really feisty right now. The new moon is coming in. I have short patience. I'm like, let's keep it moving. Let's go. I don't have time for you.
Ooh, you gotta breathe deep, honey.
So mine is a turmeric golden tonic. That's why it's this color. It has vanilla protein, nut milk in here. And then I have woman's energy. I have some turmeric powder, cinnamon, coconut oil, brown sugar. And then I also put in the relaxed mind because my mind's a little racy right now. And my tea tags say, without realizing who you are, happiness cannot come to you.
Oh my goodness.
That's what the self-first mentality that we literally preach about is just all about. And the other one is walk beautifully. And we're going to change this tag because it says beautifully.
Okay.
Walk prettiful. Talk prettiful. Live prettiful.
You sound really southern. And a little bit of that sounded like pitiful.
Prettiful.
Yeah, honey. Prettiful.
Just give her the look real quick, like, but what are you talking about? Fun story. We had some haters earlier on, and they told us that we were being pettiful, and we were like, "Oh my God, so cute!" So we're like, "Don't be pettiful, be prettiful."
That's the name
we
of
ended
our
up switching
haters.
it up.
Our haters are pettifuls, and you all are pretty full.
If you don't have people who don't like you, you're not doing something right.
Yeah. So
but we love you, so that's what matters.
No, thank all of you. Thank all of you.
Word, word, word. Okay, so pretty much what this Tea Time Tuesday is about, I know we were talking about the feminine divine. We were really getting into it for May. And then we, like, switched everything up.
Yeah, we turned it all
We
around.
really had a heart-to-heart with ourselves and then with each other. Like, literally, I'm talking to myself. Like, girl, what's happening? And she's talking to herself like, boo, what's happening? And then we're like, yo, bitch, what's happening? And we realized that, you know what? Who we thought we were talking to as in our ideal audience, you know, as in our pretty gang, you know, our pretty crew love, we love y'all. But we realized that we really weren't connecting with you guys. And then it dawned on us that we weren't showing you enough of us, which is hilarious because if you see our phones, it's filled to the brim of like videos and pictures and selfies.
And where does that go?
And you guys don't see it. It just stays in our phone.
It just stays in our phones.
It's the saddest thing. It's the saddest thing.
And what are you going to do with thousands of phones of yourself?
Thousands of pictures. It's just really crazy. So then we decided that we were going to like show more. So we revamped everything. We revamped the site. We revamped the social media. That's why like all of May is completely gone except for Mother's Day. And we just were like, we got to start from scratch. We got to see what you guys respond to and what you guys like.
Yeah.
And then take it from there.
Reading.
Oh, okay, guys. So people are asking what my name means. So okay, let's break it down real quick because this is great. You guys are getting to know us. Because in order for you guys to trust us and what we're talking about and how to live a pretty full life and to wake up excited every day, you got to know who we are and trust that we know what we're talking about.
And how we wake up excited and why.
I seriously do wake up excited, though. So, my name is Lotus Knives, right? It was Lotus Knives. Yeah. And I had coined that name because of the duality of the lotus flower being resistant and, being resistant. Jocelyn.
Jocelyn.
Being resistant and just beautiful. So what the story of a lotus flower is, it's complete duality, and duality is just like that beautiful harmony. I don't want to say balance because then people think 50-50, and that's a sign of perfectionism that does not exist. It's not going to be 50-50. It may be 70-30, and that's harmony, right? Because it still equates to 100. The issue is when it's 40-40 or when it's 40-30 or when it's like 20-19 or something like that, because then you're not at 100. Your cup's not full, right? Your life isn't full. So that's duality. Duality equals harmony. So when I say duality, understand that I'm talking about the harmony in life, when things just fit very well together. And with the lotus flower, it is a very resistant, gorgeous flower. It blooms in the midst of like dirt, and not even dirt, like filth. It's literally like the most disgusting combination of like nothing else grows there. Everything else goes there to die. Right? Or it kills it. And then you have this one beautiful flower that is just so, it knows itself so well. It's so connected and divinely in tune to its purpose in life that it grows, that it uses that same environment that kills most things and it enriches it. It gives it life force. And then it blooms into a beautiful flower, and the petals are gorgeous, and there's healing essence in that flower. And the rain, the water, the dirt just roll right off of it, and then it improves this environment and invites life back to that same place where death was. And that's the lotus flower, and it's all about transformation and blooming into your light and soul and knowing that you are connected to the universe. There's tons of symbolism for it. And then I had knives because I'm a New Yorker. I have an actual post. I have a post that we're gonna put on Pretty Full soon about like who I am. I'm a New Yorker. I'm born and raised from New York. I say New York, because I'm from New York City, and I talk with my hands like you guys are watching right now, and I'm quick with my mouth. Quick with my mouth. And there was a beautiful quote from Buddha that says, "The tongue, like a sharp knife, draws blood." And what he's saying is that when you know your words, when you know what you're saying, you have the ability to heal or to kill just with your words alone. It's very, very powerful because I do my best to live a very passive life where it's not where I'm quick to fight, right? Even though I'm very fierce and very protective, there's ways to go about it. So I used to use the thing Lotus knives because it was this great duality, this great harmony of like the femme and the fierce and the softness and masculinity. It was all wrapped into one, and it really symbolized who I was. And then I grew out of the knives because it was ridiculously aggressive. After a while, I just dropped it to Lotus, but I felt imbalanced. I felt like though the story of Lotus and my name is beautiful and wonderfully whole, there's more. And I've been obsessed with wolves since we can remember, since I was little, like obsessed with wolves. They are phenomenal creatures, and I've always felt like my spirit is a wolf. And that and phoenixes and unicorns, those are my top three. Yo. I'm literally obsessed. And it's not a coincidence that two of them are considered imaginary, even though I don't believe so. And La Loba is in Portuguese. Also, I found this in Spanish. It means the wolf, like for the feminine wolf. So I was gonna change to Lotus Wolf, but with somebody that we know that has the same last name as Wolf, and I didn't want it to seem like I was taking it from. I just didn't want that connection. So we did La Loba because it's an ode to the Brazilian heritage of mine, and I am the wolf. It's not just wolf. It's like I feel like I am the wolf. Like, it just balances me. I feel really good about saying it. Lotus La Loba just rolls off the tongue beautifully, and it really identifies who I am. Plus, when I was dealing with lupus is the Latin word for wolf too.
Oh, crazy.
And it's just like, it just kind of all connects. Your life is so divinely intertwined. It's not even funny. And that's what it means. So that's what La Loba means. So when you guys hear it, now you guys know. And I'm glad to share that with you. So back to what we were talking about, as in getting to know us more. I just wanted to share more of us and our friendship with you, because we've been friends since we were like 3 and 4. 4 and 5, because you moved here when you were 4.
I was here at 4.
Yeah, so 4 and 5. And we've literally had this sisterhood that has blossomed over the past 20 years. And we wanted to help other young women create that same sisterhood, because it's possible. It's possible for you to have a girlfriend that has your back, that loves you so much and wants the best for you, and doesn't have jealousy or envy towards you, just really wants you to shine. And we can attest to that just in our friendship alone. But with our other best friends that are in what we call our God Squad, we have best friends, Bianca, Maya, Desire. We've been friends for over like 10 years, all 3 of us. And Nej and Arneshka, they've been about maybe like 6 or 7 years, and I think 5 years. And we've just been able to build with each other. There's no jealousy. There's no talking behind each other's back. We're so uplifting, and it's all genuine. It's really like, I want to watch you grow so much. And we want that for you guys. We want our pretties and people in our Facebook group and that are watching on our social media, on Instagram. We want you guys to come to our page and be like, they're my 2 best friends. They're my 2 girls. Even if no one else around you is holding you down, you can come to us and we can lift you up. You know, we're teaching you what we went through now at 26 and 27. We've gone through a lot. And if we can teach those our age and younger, because our target demographic is like from 19 to our age, like how to be able to handle the breakdowns, because they're gonna come. They're gonna come as part of life, as part of growing. You're gonna get growing pains. Without the pain, there is nothing. You need the pain, because that's the darkness. That's where you grow. That's where you learn. That's where you embrace the stillness. That's when you start to rely on that connection to the universe and to God. That happens then. And then you celebrate it in the light with the joyous moments. You cannot be happy 24/7. It's complete bullshit. Anyone tells you to be happy 24/7 unless they are Jesus. And even Jesus, if y'all read the Bible, homie was just like,
He was
God.
so frustrated.
Oh my God. Like, Dad, like,
with his
like,
disciples.
Yeah, because they were not him, and he loved them nonetheless, but he was like a little irritated. He had to take moments back and meditate and connect. Like, this is wilding. Like, I cannot right now. So even Jesus needed moments to handle burnouts and to realign, and then to do his glow up and come back and save us all. So you can as well. And if you don't believe in Jesus, it's just a story to tell. These are these great people. So if you're not enlightened to that extent, you're probably going to experience some breakdowns. You're going to probably experience some burnouts. And we're here to turn your breakdowns into breakthroughs, help you to grow through that moment instead of just stay stagnant. And we're here to help you turn your burnouts into a glow up. You know what I mean? And that's what we do. And we do it really well. If there's one thing that we can reflect on our lives, is that no matter how many times we get knocked down, we get back up. We support each other. We love on each other. We bounce back, and we bounce back better than ever.
Yeah. There's always a movement forward. Always.
And we have experienced everything from bipolar 2 disorder to anxiety to depression to panic assimilation attack. With Bunny moving from DR to coming here and having to understand the American culture and still be true to her Latin culture and understanding what the hell that means and all these things like that. We've had such a great experience, and then that of being a minority woman in America and what that means, and then we had single mothers that raised us and what that influences you to be and to become. And we both tried college and didn't really like it. And Bunny has a degree, I don't. Like, we just really encompass what it is to be a millennial, and we want to share these lessons with you, because if we can help you understand that you don't have to struggle, you will suffer. And we have a whole beautiful course on the fact that the struggle is not real, because it's not. That's complete marketing bullshit. Yeah. It makes me so hot, because it's just like, why would you want struggling to be real? Okay, we gotta get. But suffering is that frustration that we talked about that Jesus went through, where he had to grow through his pain because he understood that there was something more that was going to be of the highest good for himself and of those around him and not around him, that for the whole world. And that came through that suffering, that suffrage. That's really what passion means. When you're a passionate person, you can tend to feel heartache for something. If you're passionate about women's rights, it's because you felt some type of heartache for women being mistreated. If you're passionate about civil rights or LGBTQ rights, it's because you felt some type of aching. You felt some type of suffering, and suffrage helps you to move forward. Struggling lets you sit there and have spiritual bypass, which is just saying some quick affirmations that you don't really believe in, and like medicating yourself, putting a Band-Aid on a freaking broken limb, and saying oh, it'll heal, I'll be better. No, you're not addressing the wound correctly. It's not going to heal. And that's what struggling does. That's when you're saying, oh, the struggle's real. You're telling yourself that I'm going to stay down because this is obviously reality for me. And that's bullshit. You know it's not reality for you. You know what's true in your heart when you get the chance to really hear that alignment and that connection to the universe and to source and to God and to love, the higher energy, whatever you want to call it, is there, and it talks to you. When you say things like the struggle's real, you're denying that knowledge and that wisdom. And we've gotten so frustrated with it. We were like, we got to create a platform where we can talk about that and be like, yo, girl, baby girl. What? No. Struggle's not real. Suffrage is how you grow through pain. And that's really what you want to aim for. And you can always alchemize. You can always transmute from one thing to another. Anytime. We literally are magicians.
Anytime you want. You can change.
Anytime you want. If you want to change right now in this very second, you have changed. Right now, we have changed just in talking to you. Mm-hmm. We have now gained more knowledge. Because I know when Bunny and myself are together, because we've been friends for so long, we have a mastermind. So it's not just my mind and my wisdom and my experiences and hers. It's ours collectively united with Source. And now we have like this brain right here. This big brain that's connecting ours together, and it's just flowing. We can have deep spiritual conversations with you guys, and it makes sense and it feel very harmonized.
Feels right.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that saying that the struggle is real is just believing a lie you told yourself, lying to yourself, telling yourself that struggle is real, and it's not. So it's just another lie that you've told yourself that you're gonna eventually need to unlearn because it doesn't help you go anywhere. It doesn't move you forward at all.
Banging ass tea.
Yeah, it is.
I was really able to accept everything you were saying while drinking the tea.
Awesome.
So delicious. Hey guys, you know what you should do?
I'm about to drink some tea.
Super call to action, right? What we really want you guys to do is, if you guys are on with us or if you're watching the replay, grab a cup of tea and sip with us. Like, legit, the art of sipping tea. I'm actually going to be watching a documentary on it afterwards.
Oh,
I really want to know the history of
Oh my god,
what
can
tea
we have
is.
some popcorn, please?
I'll
want
make
some.
popcorn.
Yeah.
But this is a healing art. This is an art. This is what people did to communicate and to connect to each other from any part of the world when you're drinking tea.
Oh, I fucking love it.
Like, this is what they did. They sipped tea to sit down and communicate. Let me catch up with you. Yes. What are you doing? What are you growing through? What are you learning? Let's talk. Let's connect.
Communicate to grow community.
Yeah, and that happened with
community.
Tea. Oh my god. So cute. We gotta jot that down.
I got my
community.
notebook.
I loved it. Oh, mastermind. Yes. Community. That's what you guys are. You guys are our community. Every Tuesday, you guys can join the community and sip tea with us. Mm-hmm. And let me fix this real quick, guys. Hold on one second. Sip tea with us and dive deep into what it is to be alive and well in today's age as an Afro-mixed millennial. Because 9 times out of 10, somewhere in your lineage, you are of African descent, and it is bomb, and it is magical, and it's beautiful, and it's wonderful, and you should embrace it wholeheartedly, and you should get to know your heritage, because there's so much wisdom in your life, in your past lives, in your mom's life, in her grandma, in your grandma's life, in her mother's life. Like, there's just tons. I'm always learning when I hear stories about my ancestors, and just like, what? Mm-hmm. Like, I found out today that my great-grandmother, though she kidnapped my uncles when they were younger, we won't get into that. I have a little bit of resentment towards her for that, because I don't understand why you think that's appropriate to do. But I have to remember that the time was like the early 1950 or 1960, so it was a little messy back then.
When I think that as a generation, we weren't as conscious.
Yeah,
at
we're
all.
still figuring shit out. And that happened, and I was really like, what the fuck? Like, how do you kidnap your grandkids? But what I found out about her is that she was of Native American Irish descent, so she actually wasn't black at all. But she ended up being with a black man, and then my grandmother was created, and then my mother was created, and
damn, that's how easy your downline can change.
So quickly. She was Native American and Irish, and everyone was terrified of my grandmother. She was like, she took no bullshit from nobody. All the guys respected her. She had a gun in her house. She got it popping if she needed to. And women that were running for refuge, whether it was from like an abusive home or needed shelter, she would take them in and feed them and get them back on their feet. And that was my great-grandmother. And then my grandmother was like a firecracker. She was a badass. She left Alabama, because we're from Tuskegee. Left Alabama, migrated by herself with one suitcase all the way up to Harlem from Alabama in the my mother was born in 1959. So I want to say like 1940, 1930s.
I wonder what she wore.
For a black woman to migrate by herself all the way up to the north, you know, given the circumstance that was happening, because it wasn't like, you know, slavery wasn't still on and popping in its own terms and its own ways back then. And she made a life for herself, and because of her independent spirit and her desire to just want more for her life, the rest of my family that was located in Alabama that would have just stayed down south was able to migrate up north, and they stopped at my grandma's house and got their shit together, and then went out to go and create lives for themselves. And then my mother was born in Harlem, and then she lived up here, and then she lived down south, and she had the best of both worlds. And then I was born in the Bronx, and it's just this beautiful connection. And my mom is also she takes no shit. She's the most feminine thing you've ever met in your life. It's crazy how feminine she is. She's super girly, super...
And not dysfunctional.
No, and she's highly functional. She has her moments. She gets on my nerves, but she's my mother. She's gonna get on my nerves.
Wow.
And then, you know, they all help. My grandmother was a social worker. She worked with young women, getting them back on their feet, helping them to get their lives together. My mother is now a social worker. She works with young kids who have mental disorders and helping them to figure out what their next steps are in life. She's been doing that before I was born. And before she was doing that, she's working in group homes, helping young women get their lives together. And it's no coincidence that in my blood, I have this strong desire to want to help young women of color to get on their feet and to now recognize that they can create whatever life they want, that our circumstances that are outside of us truly hold no merit in the inside universe of whatever it is that you want to be. And that's my desire and my mission, and that's what fuels me and wakes me up every morning, because I'm like, I can show people because I've lived it, and in my blood, in my ancestry, so are these other amazing women, and they have done so much for their communities, and they have shifted culture in every generation, and it feels really, really good to do so. And Bunny's story is somewhat similar. So mine is about helping young women and getting them and traveling and going outside your comfort zone. And Bunny's whole family line of women are just straight business bosses. They all have their own businesses.
Yeah, my grandmother started her... My grandma always had a business going on. And her mother died at the age of 9, so she never really got to have a woman connection, because her stepmother hated her too. And I had my mom married my dad early, at the age of 20, whatever, 25, I don't know. And then she had me, and my mom always had a business. She actually managed the business that my dad and my mother had.
Yeah.
And it was popping. It was really good. It was doing well, because she was a great manager of businesses. And then I just naturally want to be a business owner, a businesswoman. And then meeting Lotus at the age of 4 or 5, coming to New York from Dominican Republic, because my grandmother migrated to New York to live a different life, and then she brought all her kids. The only one kid who came the first time was my mom, and she brought me, and it was just me and my mom. So she had a whole bunch of businesses and also like jobs that to support us while I was growing up, and make sure that I had food on the table, and still was able to go back to DR, so I wasn't disconnected from my home, my country, and know how to still speak Spanish and be connected to my family. Because honestly, they didn't want to be in New York. They were just in New York because my dad said New York has great opportunities. America has great opportunities for her, and we want her to be successful.
Yep.
So that's what I know about. That's what they thought about when they made me. They're like, we want her to be successful, whatever it is, but successful. So let's put her in a place where she is situated, where success will be. Where she wherever success is, she is, basically. And I naturally just I like the freedom of having my own work, my own business, my own desire and passion. And I met Lotus at 4 or 5. She came up to me and she said, "We're gonna be best friends."
She always tells the story.
I think I told you last time, but anybody
Probably,
who's just
right?
new, she came up to me and said, "We're gonna be best friends," and I was like, "Sure." What's interesting was before she said that, I was told that friends aren't really loyal. They're not tight. They're not actually friends. Family is friends. Family is what you hold on to and who will support you through whatever.
See,
that's the culture. That's the Latin culture. So I was like, should I believe that? I literally was like, should I believe that or not? And then she came up to me like, "We're gonna be friends." I was like, well, sure. I don't know what that is or whatever, but what it looks like is that people say that they're friends, and then they do something crazy to each other, and then they're not friends.
And that's what we're combating with Pretty Fool's community, is that we're making sure that when you're saying that this girl is your bestie or that this person is your friend, that you understand what a friend is, that you are a good friend first, right? Because everything starts with self. You're a good friend, you lead by example, and in doing so you will attract friends that will do the same. And you're going to attract some friends that might undercut you and shortchange you, but that's cool because they're helping you to grow. and you need to grow.
So she said, we're going to be best friends. I said, sure. And then I kind of was like, I'm going to wait this out. We'll see how it goes, because people move, things happen. And I'm 27, she's 26, and we're still best friends. Yes. And then so in our friendship, we just realized that we're kind of the only two people that can been able to hold each other down. She moved, right before middle school. It was hard, like not having your best friend.
It was high school, Catherine.
Oh, high school. Oh my God. Because 8th grade, I love 8th grade. 8th grade was the best. And it was hard to be in high school without, your best friend.
Oh yeah, high school sucked. So and then we'll talk about that later on.
She had a New York City high school experience, and I had a Long Island, New York
suburbia
experience. Yeah, city, suburbia.
People who don't live in New York City, Long Island is suburbia.
And
suburbia.
It was tough, and that's when we were like, okay, I don't know why people are hating on you. I don't know why people are saying this and that to you. So eventually we were like, yo, why aren't girls just chill with each other? And it became something that we wanted, passionate enough to teach other people.
Word to your mother. So we want to kind of go through some things really quickly, because we always want to make sure you guys leave with something. So
yeah, your hair is always on.
This is my year of long hair don't care. So it's going to get
obviously
longer.
Yeah, don't.
It's going to get longer, guys.
Yeah,
I'm actually changing up my hair in a week or two, and it's going to be longer. Long hair don't care. But nonetheless, so with Pretty Full, now that you guys either are a part of the Pretty Full crew if you're watching, or if you're on our IG live, please go to the link afterwards and join in so you guys can be a part of the crew. And in here is where you show your crew love. This is where you come out and you show us all the beautiful things in life that make you pretty full. Being pretty full. Pause.
What is that?
I don't know what this is. It's annoying me though.
No, what is pretty full?
Sabby. Beautiful lady. Whatever. She knows that we love her. Anyway, being pretty full means living a life of fullness. Like, I feel like I hate when I use definitions, the word in the definition, but it's true. To be full on life, to wake up with this beautiful feeling of, wow, I can choose whatever life it is I want to live, and I know I can because I love myself first. And because I love myself first, I pour so much goodness into me, where no matter what happens in my life, beautiful things will come about. Beautiful things will come about. And it was also a play on words of being pretty full on life, or pretty full on love, or pretty full on good food, or pretty full on culture. So when we say pretty full crew, pretty full life crew, we're saying you are with us. You are our road dogs on this journey through life. Yeah. And we're going to make sure it's popping together.
To live pretty full is to live a life full of quality friends, money.
The needle.
And I had a third one because I created this before, but it's what I would always want, just to live life at its fullest. And you know what that means? It doesn't mean it's 100% happiness all the time, because that's really not life. It means live life and live all your feelings and experience all you can experience in this life, because I think personally, just why else am I alive? Because I know I'm not alive to pay bills and shit. I know that's not it. Word. So what is it? Like, what is the reason for my life? Well, I'm going to live it. I'm going to do what people do. People cry, people laugh, people feel, people love, people hate. All of everything, and everything that the earth has to give, being adventurous and getting to travel and getting to eat all the foods that all these awesome cultures have, and then learning about my past and seeing what my family history has brought onto me, and that I have to now either break a curse or create a blessing in my future generations.
Yes. So what we want you guys to do is, again, to join in the Pretty Full Life crew on Facebook. And if you guys are already part of the crew, make sure you guys go and grab our first ever digital zine. Our magazine is out. The Pretty Full Life Self-Love magazine is out. You can go, you can grab it. It is beautiful. There's a story on me being raised feminist in there that's really dope. Bunny talks about finding the feminine divine, and our best friend Bianca of Mind Your Desire talks about the effects of femininity, and being a mother. And we have beautiful shout outs to our friends and family because we didn't do this alone. We have a ill squad of people that have helped us out, from spiritual gurus and oracles down to our prayer warriors and our goddesses and our soul shines and everything like that. And Brina, you're in there too. We have a dedication to you as well. And we talk about more about what Stay Prettyful means, our campaign for that. You can read about that in there. You read more about TeaTime Tuesday. You can read about the CPR method, which is all about self-first mentality. And we're going to really dive into that more often, probably for our self-care Sunday sessions that you will also be able to catch in this group. So it's a lot of information to take in. We will always be popping into the group every now and then to let you guys know what's happening. We're always live on Sundays and Tuesdays in the group. And if we're together, we'll be able to do it in the group and on Instagram. If not, we'll always be in the Facebook group for sure. And we are giving of ourselves to you because we really want you to be able to receive what we have to offer. So if you know of anyone that would really enjoy our conversation that we had tonight, or any of the things you scroll through in our Instagram or in our Facebook group, and you're like, oh, my best friend or my girl would love this, or, you know, even my guy friend would really enjoy this, and it would help him with his relationship, because we have a lot of guys that follow and support us, not because we're pretty,
right,
but because we speak truth, and they're able to now communicate with their partners in a healthier way, simply because they're having that dynamic with us. And we've gotten awesome feedback from couples who sit down and watch our TeaTime Tuesdays and are able to now get to that next level in their relationships. And it's wonderful, and we want to continue to have that growth and spread that love. So be sure to share. Be active in the group if you're in the group. Like pictures, make comments. The more you are active, the more you can get from this group. The less you are active, the less you're being a disservice of yourself and of the other people that are part of the group, because you have magic that we want to see and that we want to experience. So allow us to do so. Allow yourself to be great in this group. So that's everything. We're going to do a little bit of a recap through the post notes for our replay viewers. Try to come on live. We know 10 p.m. is a little late and sexy. We're going to be playing around with the hours, but right now this is what works for us. And being that self first, we have to make sure that we can still handle the rest of life and get you guys all the amazing courses and freebies that you guys are going to be getting from us. It takes time to make that happen. So we have a full day. So at 10 o'clock we can unwind and talk to you guys and sip our tea.
Oh, I'm done, honey. Cheers.
And really connect with you guys. So that's everything. We got to get into more
watching
learning
the
and
documentary.
Growing. And Instagram just died, so it worked out perfectly. We love you so very much, and we really hope that you can have a beautiful week. If there's one thing we can tell you for this week, take the time out to, at some point in time in your day, give yourself 3 minutes.
What?
3 minutes.
What?
Of just being with yourself, whether you listen to a song that you love. There's a song that I love called The Groove Line by Heatwave. It's an old school song from the 70s, and no matter what I'm feeling, I can put that on, and I by the third verse, I'm in there, I'm grooving, I'm excited, I'm happy again.
Yeah. Something that you get lost in.
Yes, give yourself 3 minutes, whether it's to color, whether it's to play a game on your phone, just to unwind and relax, whether it's to scroll through your social media feed, if your feed is filtered, if your feed is filtered, and positive, I love scrolling through my feed. I have nothing but strong black women that are killing the game in my feed, and healthy foods to try out. So I'm never stressed when I go on my Instagram. It's very soothing for me. And we can definitely do something on how to filter your feed so that it benefits you. Just something for just 3 minutes will allow you, if you want to sit inside, you do a 3-minute meditation on the Calm app that we use. Just something for 3 minutes, just to connect back to yourself, just to focus on your breath for 3 minutes. If you can do that for us for this week, I promise you that you will see a pretty full shift. The PF shift will happen for you, and it will be amazing. And when it does, be a bomb chick or be a bomb dude and come in here and let us know what it was, because we want to share that magic and that experience with you. Okay, guys? We love you so much. You are incredible.
You're
magical. You are amazing. And we cannot wait to grow with you guys and share more of ourselves. If you love this Tea Time Tuesday, again, invite your friends in so they can catch the replay. We'll have it pinned up for the next 2 days, and then it'll just be in a scroll through the list and you'll find us. There's a couple videos in here. They're all good. You're welcome.
You can post videos too that are pretty dope that you would like to share.
For sure. For sure. And we love you. Stay prettyful.
Stay prettyful.
Bye, guys.
Bye.